ICC World T20 tournament has been cleared to bowl in the upcoming Indian Premier League. The International Cricket Council confirmed this evening that following remedial work and retests, the bowling action of Narine has been found to be legal. The off-spinner can now resume bowling in both international cricket and domestic cricket events worldwide. At the retest, it was revealed that the amount of elbow extensions in Narine's bowling action for all his deliveries that were tested was within the 15-degree level of tolerance permitted under the ICC regulations for the review of bowlers reported with suspect illegal bowling actions. Now, the retest was performed at the Sri Ramchandra University in Chennai on March 28th, and the umpires are still free to report Narine in the future if they believe he uses a suspect action. Now, Narine was reported during the third one-day international against Sri Lanka on November 7th, 2015 in Pallekele and subsequently banned. He may still be in doubt for the first match against Delhi Daredevils on April 10th after he had to return to the West Indies following the death of his father. And Narine, who has been Knight Riders' linchpin over the years with 74 wickets in 4 seasons, was suspended from bowling in international cricket last November. He had spent a year out of the West Indies side working on his action, but 3 games into his comeback, he was pulled up again. Narine has not played for the Windies since. Now, the WICB named him in the squad for the 2016 World T20, but he withdrew, citing what he termed as insufficient progress in his rehabilitative work on his bowling action. Narine was also called for suspect action in the Champions League T20 and the IPL in 2015. Well, the Caribbean is still in celebration mode after both West Indies men and women captured the World T20 titles in India. 2016 will go down in history as one of the greatest moments for cricket in the region after the under-19s got the ball rolling in Bangladesh. However, does this mean West Indies are on course for more success?
T20 cricket and West Indies have formed the perfect marriage. What other team in the world can combine music, dance, brute force and guile in a match, but still not be considered cocky or arrogant in the eyes of the masses? Think about it. We were singing Dwayne Bravo's champion song way before the finals. Added to that, millions across the globe consider West Indies as their second favorite team after their own national side. But amongst all the joy on the field, off the field, there's a dark and stormy element that threatens to undermine this fragile process of returning West Indies to the glory days. Proper management. West Indies women wrote their names in history by winning their first World T20 title in their first appearance in a final. However, with the majority of the players in their late 20s or early 30s, skipper Stephanie Taylor has called for a concerted effort to unearth more talent in the region. That has to be a major priority of the board and selectors going forward. On the men's side, the situation is a little more complex, at least in limited overs. 2012 and now 2016 champions in T20 cricket, they're the only team to win the title on 2 occasions. But what's next? The best players, Chris Gill, Dwayne Bravo, Andre Russell, etc., are never available to represent the Windies. Or are they willing to compromise a healthy paycheck in other leagues for crumbs? As they say, money makes the world go round, and no professional player should step onto a field in 2016 without negotiating fair and reasonable compensation for their efforts. The comments of West Indies captain Darren Sammy after the World T20 final only served as a reminder that the process of healing between the board and the players has not started, far less drawing to a close.
We had a lot of issues. You know, we felt disrespected by our board. We were at a camp in Dubai. We had no uniforms. I'm yet to head from our own cricket board. That is very disappointing. It was us in our own little circle. This win we dedicated to all the fans in the Caribbean.
But the question is, was the timing of those comments correct? Most people say yes, some say no. What I can tell you is that Caribbean people are growing sick and tired of the back and forth between the board and the players. Something has to give. To win 3 world titles in 1 year should and would be celebrated in any other country from months on end. But for now, we resume the saga that is West Indies cricket.
Well, the Premier League sides continue to thrive in the Banks Beer Champions Cup. Playing at the BFA Willie AstroTurf, Barbados Defence Force Sports Programme got past Division 2 side Oxley FC, while DirecTV Paradise came from a goal down to defeat Waterford Crompton. Both teams are now through to the round of 16.
Champions Cup, BDF in yellow and green playing Oxley. 21st minute, talk about a freebie. Shaquille Boyce shouldn't and doesn't miss. 1-0. The Soldiers found the back of the net for a second time. 34th minute, give and go down the left. Khalil Gale beats the defender and the keeper in the process. 2-0. But before the break, Oxley would get one back. Wadada Joseph follows up his initial effort, but that was a mere consolation. BDF moving on with the 2-1 victory. Second game, Compton in the Red Bibs taking on Paradise. 33rd minute, Compton with the throw-in. Benico Worrell gets the header on target. 1-0. However, Armando Lashley made it all square from an identical situation. 45th minute, the header from Lashley, decisive. 1-1 the scoreline. Second half now, 58th to be precise. In swinger from Elijah Downey and Barry Skeet, elevation, buried. Paradise lead, 2-1. Then the icing on the cake, 87th. Lashley, his own provider, turns the defense inside out. The keeper, no chance. Paradise dispatching Compton, 3-1. Damien Best, CBC Sports.
Well, finally, tonight's Olympic moment shows that unfortunately in the past there have been times where some athletes haven't lived up to the Olympic spirit.
Olympic Moments, brought to you by Sagicor General Insurance, Sandals Barbados, and Good Time Snacks. Barcelona, 1992, a rare occurrence in the men's 10,000 meters, where Richard Chalimo of Kenya was awarded the gold medal after Khalid Skia of Morocco was disqualified after getting help from his teammate Hamou Boutayeg.
The bronze medal battle is engaged between Abebe of Ethiopia and Koech of Kenya.
And this really is wrong, what Hamou Boutayeb is doing on the left of the screen here. He's interfering with the race at this point. The crowd is whistling, the European equivalent of booing. A little more than a lap to go. These guys should have free and clear running. They shouldn't have to worry about him being there. Now he steps aside. Seems unlikely that any